One of the things you want to do with battery boxes is put holes in the bottom like that. I don't know if you can see those, but there's some holes in the bottom. And the reason for that is you're going to get water inside of these. If you look at these lids, they have an acid vent to release sulfuric acid, but the rain will get in these, and if you get enough rain, it'll actually fill up the box. We're going to check the water level of these batteries. They've been on a charger all winter, so it's important to make sure you don't splash any acid on your face. It's best to wear gloves and eye protection if you have them, but if you don't, you just need to be careful. You can see that we are low. It should be at least to the bottom of that plastic. If you want to bring that distilled water over here. So whenever you're going to fix something like this, you basically need to be using distilled water, and that's going to make sure that you don't have impurities that are going to wreck that battery. So go ahead and add some water to those cells, and just realize that the charge on the battery is going to be a little bit low right after you add the water. You need to run your battery charger on it too. That's probably good. We'll just go ahead and fill each of them up to the bottom of the plastic. Anyways, that's what you need to do with these lead acid batteries, and it's kind of annoying maintenance, but these have been out in the snow all winter, and they've been sitting on our solar powered cart, and so you're going to get some evaporation, but it's not that big of a deal. It's just something that you have to keep an eye on, especially so you can keep the batteries operating properly. Okay, so we're getting this battery terminal ready for the summer, and we're going to go ahead and make sure that all the invisible corrosion is cleaned off. So you go ahead and just sand everything until you've got that nice shiny clean surface. And then I like to use this anti-corrosion on it. You can see it's an old can, but it lasts a long time. That's all you have to do. That'll get rid of the gray invisible corrosion. And then with your cables, you've got to clean both sides of them too. So you can use sandpaper, or you can use something like this and just keep scraping it until you get it nice and shiny, and you'll see that there was a lot of gunk on there. You can see that copper cleaning up good. So get it as clean as you can with what you have, and then go ahead and put that right back on that battery terminal. And this is going to help everything run more efficient. You want to make sure that you have continuity. And the thing to remember too, on the negative terminal, they actually electrons go from negative to positive. So it's really you got to be careful. I like to hook up the negative very last. Go ahead and touch that and see if it'll spark for a sec. Oh good, it's not going to spark today. So once we get everything hooked up, we'll show you what that looks like, but we're hooking these two batteries up in parallel. I have the batteries connected in parallel. You can see negative to negative and positive to positive. This is just an accessory, so I can plug different things onto the battery as I need it with a fuse. And then over here, this is going back to the trailer, and this is my trailer negative. And I probably could have put the trailer negative on the other battery. I mean, that's not a bad way to go, but what's important is that you've got good clean connections, everything's positive to positive, negative, negative, and that you have made sure to check all your fluids and make sure that they're all topped off. And that should be good enough, and once we get this going, we'll get it all cleaned up, get some of these wires zip tied in place, and it should be good for the road. Well, we got everything put back together, and you can see we've secured our cables with some zip ties in a few places. Got the lids on, and the battery strap is good. And you'll notice I kind of included the cables in that strap as well, so everything's nice and secure. One more thing to take note of is the frame ground. And the frame ground on this trailer happens to be right here. So every, couple of years, you have to undo that and clean that up as well. But we tested it, and we've got good charge on the batteries on the monitor on the inside. But this is what you want it to look like. Make sure everything's nice and tight and secure and snug for the road.